Okay, good way. This is your oracle reading for the month of September for the sign of Gemini. This will apply for the whole month. The reading will pertain to life, love, career, basically all aspects of life because at the end of the day, they're all interconnected. So take it with a grain of salt. If it resonates, I appreciate it. If it doesn't, I ask that you keep searching for guidance and completion, not only from others, but mainly from within self. Gemini, third on the list as far as the astrological signs. Pretty much known as a heavy thinker because they do have a bad reputation of having a split mind. There is some truth to the splitting of the mind, but it's also well, excuse me, not also it is more of a gift than it is a hindrance. It just has to be applied properly. This is a reading that is going to address the divine feminine, which is going to be this top three row here, and it's going to be, it's top three cards on that row. And it's going to address the good of what's going to go on in September, the bad or the heaviest energy for the month, and a balance on how you can balance that aspect. So for divine feminine, the good, the bad, and how to balance the divine feminine. Then you'll go down here to the divine masculine, the good for divine masculine for the month of September, what's going to be the heaviest energy or the bad for September, and how to balance that divine masculine energy for September. From there, you're going to take this energy of between, and it's what I'm calling sacred balance, how you can balance your divine feminine and your divine masculine and achieve sacred balance will be the Dragon's Duel. And to me, that's a fitting card, even though I'm not going to get there yet. But think about it. If the Gemini is a split mind, there's a duel right there because the Gemini is always in division within itself. So starting the reading now, we're going to go into divine feminine. What's going to be good for the month of September, and again, this will apply to all aspects of life, to include love, career, family, whatever you want to apply it to. Again, if it resonates, it resonates. The good part for September will be the Sun Dancers. The Sun Dancers is a 32. It's a communication card. Remember, communication is 3. Gemini is a 3. 3 is their number. It's a Mercury number. It's, communication, communication, communication. But it's all going to be based on the way they are perceiving things, what reflection they're going to take out of the energy. And that can lead them into manipulation, or it could help them with stronger manifestation. This card is leaning towards stronger manifestation, which is a very good thing. Remember, 9 for the month of September is the highest vibration, and it's also the ending as far as, you're going to let go of karmic situations or that trail of karma altogether. So for the Sun Dancers, it's going to bring joyful activity, a celebration of life, and abundance. Ties right on in there. If you're going to be at a high manifestation point to where you are starting to see things clear enough to where the universe is honoring your ability to speak life or speak things into existence, then you can, dance around that sun. Remember, the sun gives life. If you are dancing around it and you are performing your quote unquote rituals of living in a proper fashion, if you're putting an energy out there, the energy is going to come back, and you can, see things come from off of that pillar and be lifted right on up, and you can dance and you can get all this abundance coming in. So it's going to be a good thing if you're coming at it from the good aspect of, being clear of what you're speaking and seeing it from both angles. The heavier part of the energy is going to be the sacred union in reverse. The sacred union is not necessarily always a relationship card, as in, oh, I'm getting married, or in this position right here, it speaks more towards a divorcing of energy. This could be divorcing from family, and divorcing from your job. Divorce is an expansive word. So if you're letting go of situations, which again, this year, 2018, is a mass purge. You are pretty much being forced to let go of what no longer serves. And you'll hear me say that all the time because that's what we're really going through. It's not just me in repetition. That's what it is. So with this sacred union in reverse, which speaks towards partnership and romance, there's a lot of that coming in, but there's also a lot of it going out. This is a duality card, and it speaks to it in that 2. And at 7, you're going to be, the 2 is a reflection, but it's also a input output. It's basically an energetic flow. Sometimes things will come in so that other stuff can get pushed out. With this sacred union, it's a changing of the guards. You might get into a point to where you're going to be running into new opportunities that will help you see clearly how much the current opportunities have been either helping or harm you, and that's going to be case by case. There might be, like, say, I'll give an example. You're in a relationship and you're starting to feel stagnated. And I'm not happy with this person. And then you run into somebody who initially pushes all the right buttons in you, but then it helps you to be fully aware of what you already currently have. That could work out either way. You could be like, whoa, I see where I haven't been putting in enough work in this situation. And so I didn't honor this sacred union, relationship, this job, whatever case it may be. I didn't honor this on a strong enough level to even warrant having it. So while I thank this new person for coming in and giving me this energy, maybe I need to work on my self-awareness so that I can bring things into a higher state of existence, or to its highest vibration. Converse of that, same thing. Somebody comes in and they're new, and you've been sitting in a situation that has just been keeping you stuck like Chuck. Then that other person could be the catalyst for what should have already been catalyzed in the first place. You probably should have already been out of that situation and out here trying to find joyful activity and abundance of life. But sometimes, as a Gemini, and this can apply to any sign, as with anything, sometimes we get so comfortable in life and we'll have that conflict within ourselves on the grass ain't greener on the other side. That's, something that people beat into everybody's head out here, but that's not always true. Sometimes that grass that you got over there where you're living at is toxic, has glyphosate and all kind of Roundup in there, and you just dying. You're GMO as shit. So sometimes you do need a fresh set of grass to come in and help teach you what a real sacred union is like, and not, sacred service. A lot of us are in situations to where you find yourself in service to the situation where the situation ain't even serving you. So with that sacred union card, be mindful of relationships or situations that will shed the light clearer on things that may have been giving you turmoil, or even some things that you don't even know were giving you turmoil. But that's the duality of a Gemini. Sometimes they will hide stuff from themselves. And that's no slight against you Geminis, but at the same time, you know it. You can be hot one day and cold the next. We all can do that, but y'all are better at it. It is what it is. So the best way that you can get balance out of that situation of trying to find out, where this abundance is, where's the abundance or whether it's an overwhelm, whether you need to hold on or let go. You see, it's always division, duality. When you're trying to find out what that is, you need to become balanced by playing the camel boy route. The camel boy is at 33. 33 is the master teacher. It is the culmination of lessons. The teacher has already been taught. You need to have that 33 energy of understanding. Look at it. It's a 3. Gemini's a 3, and you're right here, and you need to be a 33. You need to put both sides of your mind side by side. So I see how this is going to play out already. You need to put both sides of the minds together so you can find balance. Just to skip a little bit ahead, but I'm not going to read it. Remember, I told you the way this is going to end is the higher perspective of how to find sacred balance is taking the lessons of divine feminine, and the lessons of divine masculine, and applying them into sacred balance. And already right here, we're saying that you need to teach yourself to be even. Both sides of your minds need to be addressed. And that's going to lead you into the dragon's duel. And we'll see how that plays out. But back to here, how you can find balance on the divine feminine will be to take it one step at a time, small steps, and ask for help. And that doesn't mean, go check yourself in the hospital, or, sit down and go spill all your tea to somebody. And if that's what works for you, do so. But in some sense, it is like, stop trying to do everything on your own.